Oh, champ. Run up these likes, and hit the hype button when the video was done. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, apparently Wack 100 and Hassan Campbell have rekindled their relationship. As you may know, Wack claims to be responsible for terminating Hassan Campbell's entire YouTube page in the past, but all of a sudden, Hassan and Wack 100 is back on the same team to take down Max B. I was about to say Wack 100. Wack 100 and Hassan team up to take down Max B for telling alongside Harlem Legend and China Brim. All right, he did a whole podcast doing an expose on Max B. Now, of course, you know, people like me have also been telling y'all that Max B is a rat. We see in the paperwork, yes, he indeed told. So in this case, right message, wrong messenger. Yeah, McElroy Jones, the boogeyman of the West Coast who was bullying all of the West Coast podcasters, is now teaming up with New York podcasters. Well, I ain't gonna lie. The New York podcasters will not allow Wack to bully. It won't happen, champ. Not on our watch. But we're going to take a look at this madness, and the mayor's going to call out all the facts. Run these likes up, gang. This is getting wild. Oh, champ.
Yo, Wack, what up, man?
What's up, man? Listen, first of all, it's a pleasure to take a trip down the YouTube highway to the East Coast. You know what I mean? We got Harlem Legend. We got the legendary Hassan Campbell. We got my man 050 China. You know, at the end of the day, y'all know, I don't discriminate. I don't give a fuck. California, New York, Cincinnati, Tennessee. If it's wrong, it's wrong. And we really had a dude, right, that was playing on our top now, as if we wasn't going to be able to get the particular paperwork after we already had provided the original paperwork where it said he cooperated. So what I did, I got to work from Pooh Sims.
Whoa, hold on. Let's get right into this one, Wack, because we speak of, who you speaking of? You speaking of Max B?
Max B.
Lord Jesus,
Max B.
man. Hey, look, I gotta be real. I've come across some paper. I see a lot of this. I gotta ask you, where is this paperwork particularly from?
Okay, so me and Pooh Sims have been dialoguing for maybe about a year now, right? So when we was talking, he's the one that led me to the original work. So when I told him what Max B kept, referring to, and I told him how to go get it, I forwarded him my address.
I'm gonna be real. The niggas already had paperwork before you did, Wack. Now maybe you got it from them. One of my people, Ben, did a video exposing Max B for being a rat. Ben did it. Niggas swear up and down Max B not a rat. You know what's crazy? On the podcast that Max B was on with Pistol Pete, and people are saying, one of the big homies is saying Pistol Pete and Terror Squad is harboring rats. It's funny how Max B was on that podcast with Pistol Pete talking about, hey man, look, I ain't got time to be in jail with these niggas. I got mouths to feed. Now I ain't gonna lie, that's some very rat-like lingo. Facts. You think that's some very nasty lingo Max B was saying up there? Max B was giving niggas the runaround, but truth be told, yeah, that nigga told. Truth be told, he told. Okay? Now, the homie Byron Blake, who I definitely know and spoke to, already did a video exposing how Max B is a rat. Already. You dig? But like I said, right message, wrong messenger. These niggas is just happy to have a rat. Now, I do like the fact that niggas is definitely taking the time to address this, because niggas need to address that this nigga is definitely told. But goddamn, champ, why do it have to be Wack 100 bringing this to the forefront? This is kind of crazy, champs. I'm just saying, but let's proceed.
He went and dealt with his attorneys. He called me back, and at first he was asking for a bunch of money, right? And he been gone a while. He don't know how this shit work. So after a while, he said, Wack, send me an email. If you go to the 100 Show IG, you will see where I posted the incoming email from Pooh Sims, right? This is straight from Pooh Sims, his legal, because he's trying to go in for the appeal. But because of what Max B did to get his 75 down to 20, his appeal is over with. If he was to step back in the court, they're hanging because Max B put it all on him. The guns, the intent, as well as who pulled the trigger. Max B whole plea agreement to get from 75 to 20 was based upon him saying, this is in fact my stepbrother. This was a plan prior to. He's the one that went. I was stuck in New York, and his intentions, if the other people showed any form of resistance, was to shoot to kill, and that's in fact what he did, and he confirmed that. Not only that, the ugliest part about this, which I know y'all haven't seen it, is when the judge asked him after he took the stand, what do you want me to do with this paperwork? Do you want me to forward it to your attorney? That nigga said no, burn it. And then the court stenographer and the assistant said, for the record, defendant said burn it, right, Judge? Right.
Wow.
It's right on the.
I don't know about that. I don't know if he said to burn the paperwork, but Max B did indeed say that I know that's documented that you can't find said paperwork in him telling. That's what he said. Now his plea agreement, if he Max B admitted to taking the plea. Max B, like I said, I'm gonna go back to that podcast that he did with Pistol Pete, and Max B distinctly said that I didn't take the plea agreement at first, but he did take the plea agreement. So he admitted to taking the plea agreement. The plea agreement is him saying that, hey, yes, me, Pooh Sims, and Gina Conway all participated in this, which is telling because Pooh Sims saying he not guilty, but you're saying he is. And in order for Max B to get out, he has to take the plea. So him taking the plea is telling in itself because the plea agreement is him admitting that him and Pooh Sims and Gina Conway all participated in the robbery and the murder of that old man in New Jersey. Facts. So you could say Max B ain't a rat all you want, but he is. He admitted to it, technically speaking, and gave niggas the runaround. But niggas is trying to pretend that this nigga didn't tell, but he did tell. And everybody that's locked up knows that he told. I know official people who will tell you that he told. They read the paperwork. I read the paperwork. He said it. Max B definitely told. Whether people want to admit it or not, whether niggas want to glaze Max B, you got to call it down the middle, champ. If you did it for Alpo, you did it for Gunna. Listen, Max B is just the Gunna of New York. No matter what who says, I don't care how much of Max B's Frank is in your esophagus, champ. Facts or facts. Whether you like it or not, this is what happened. Might break your heart, but who cares? Who cares about your heart, champ? Facts are facts. All right, I'm saying it. A bunch of people have said it. It just is what it is. Hard for you to believe these things because you like Max B. Listen, I was a Gunna fan too, champ. I think Gunna makes amazing music, but I'm not listening to Dairy Queen music, okay? Sorry, champs. I don't listen to Max B or Gunna anymore, champ. Yeah, once I found out niggas was telling, I'm like, oh, I don't believe you anymore, champ. You are a rat. Oh, champ. No more vermin in my headphones. No Bluetooth speaker will pump any more rat melodies, champ. Yeah, champ. But let's continue. Oh, champ.
Paperwork.
Well, it is some incriminating things here, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. And Kelvin is Pooh Sims, isn't it?
Yes, that's Pooh Sims. But where's Pistol Pete? Pistol Pete, you did something. I've been doing you for 20-something years, bro. The initial paperwork spells out he cooperated. You got up there and said it was a pleasure and this, that, and the other.
Listen, I hate to say it. I really don't want to say this, but Wack 100 ain't lying, bro. Pistol Pete tried to cover up for Max B being around. I'm just being honest, champ. Listen, you might not like this, but yes, the West Coast boogeyman Wack 100, the same Wack 100 that's bullying all of these West Coast podcasters, is telling the truth, champ. And yes, he himself is definitely a severe cheese biter, a multiple time cheese eater, champ. Yes, but this rat is telling the truth. It takes a vermin to know another vermin, champ. All right, and listen, respectfully, Pistol Pete, yeah, you kind of gave Max B an out. You let this nigga get a runaround. Yeah, he did. Yeah, listen, I spoke to some people. I spoke to some real deal people. You don't know who the mayor know. You don't know nothing about the man, champ. We connected to some real people, champ. And I'm telling you right now, it's not looking good. Yeah, the only reason Wack 100 is in the right is because it's been solidified, it's been set in stone that Max B told. All right, that's the only reason that he is out here. All right, his whiskers are shimmering. His whiskers are nice and shiny. He has shiny whiskers right now. All right, he's a very prosperous rat right now. He's out here living the dream. All right, all the cheese you can eat. All right, salute to French Montana, but French, you know that Max B's a rat. You're not an idiot, champ. You're not a fool. You know these things, champ. I see people in the chat trying to say, "Oh, this is tricky." No, it's not tricky, nigga. Ain't no tricky paperwork, nigga. It says what it says. There's nothing intricate about words. All right. There's nothing intricate about paperwork, nigga. You seen what you saw. Said, it says that he told, but did he tell? Yes, nigga. That's what it says. Don't be in denial. Don't be naive, champ. All right, don't let him gaslight you to believe that this is a solid individual because he's not. Listen, Max B ain't who you think he is, champ. Max B told on Gina Conway the night he got arrested. Max B set up Gina Conway the same day he got arrested. He set up Gina Conway to be arrested at the strip club, champ. He did. He lied to her over the phone and set her up. If that's not ratting, if that's not telling, this nigga Max B told not just once, but 2 to 3 times, shit. And the first time Max B told, he didn't even have a plea agreement available. There was no benefit in him telling. But the first time he told, he tried to set up Gina Conway. And these are facts. This is documented facts, champ. But hey, who was the man? I don't know, champ. But let's continue. Oh, champ.
The other co-host said, if this dude is not on the stand mentioning the actions of others and other people's name, it nothing means nothing. This dude actually said, Max B said, if you ain't gonna have nothing with Big Avail on the stand mentioning nobody's name, sitting up there with the bozo glasses, looking like a bozo. But guess what?
He did say that. He did say that, though.
This paperwork spells all that out word for word. I'm gonna be real. Let me make this shit clear.
Any type of evidence, anything there, Harlem?
He gave all the statements.
No, it's there.
And let me make this clear. This is not an attack on New York. This is an exposing of one individual.
That's right. Let them know, Wack. This ain't no attack on New York because the same thing you doing in LA, you could never do in New York. Remember that, champ. This is not an attack on the town because we play different in the town. We don't care. We not scared of the police, champ. You come to the town wilding, you going upstairs. Facts, nigga. You going upstairs to your permanent bedroom. Facts. We're not playing in the town, nigga. Try that nonsense you trying out there in the West Coast, and it's gonna get bad. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, let him know, Chimp. Cop that plea. Tell him again, Chimp. Let's hear it out of your mouth, Chimp. Say what you just said. It's not a what,
Guess
Chimp.
what?
He did say that. He did say that, though.
This paperwork spells all that out word for word. I'm gonna be real. Let me make this shit clear.
Yeah, make it clear, Chimp. Say what you said. Go ahead, Chimp.
Anything there, Harlem?
He gave all the statements.
No, it's there.
And let me make this clear. This is not an attack on New York.
That's right. You would never attack such things, champ. You learned your lesson, champ. Let's just say that there's some New York people that went to go see Wack in person. And that's facts too, nigga. More facts. Yeah, Wack know who to play with, champ. I don't know why niggas in LA letting this nigga play with him, champ. I ain't gonna lie. But let it be known. You cop that plea. All right? I need you to cop that plea, champ. Thank you, champ.
This is an exposing of one individual who's manipulating the streets of New York, who's reaping the benefits off others, French Montana and other motherfuckers, the citizens, the streets, right? While it's other people who did it the right way.
Well, let me read a little bit of this, Wack. Let me read a little bit so we can get a better understanding, right? So he said, the question is, all right, and was it your understanding that Kelvin, which is Pooh Sims, right, was going to have a handgun with him when he went over to New Jersey along with Gina Conway to try to steal these men's money? He said yes. That's
keep reading. No, keep reading.
Yo, listen. Listen, all I'm saying is this, right? Didn't I tell y'all this nigga was a rat? Listen, I was the big advocate for Max B when he got out, but damn, champ. Yes, when proven that you are a rat, yeah, you must get rat treatment. Sorry, not sorry, nigga. We did the same thing for Gunna. What's the difference between Gunna and Max B? Maybe their whiskers are at different lengths. Maybe one of them have longer whiskers than the other. All right, maybe there's just a slight difference in whisker length. You know what I'm saying? That's about it, shit. But there ain't a big difference between Gunna and goddamn, Max B. I'm just gonna be honest about the situation. We just gotta be real, champ. Come on, champ.
Yeah, and now you are another question. Now you also understood, you have explained to me that although there was no plan to shoot either of these men, that if there was a confrontation between armed people, you knew your brother would use that gun if he had to. Is that correct? Yes.
Keep reading. No, keep reading.
It's a lot here. It's a lot here. I got them all over.
Keep reading.
Of these intended victims had guns themselves, did you in fact talk about that? Yes. I understand that Kelvin was going to have a... Oh, no. All right, so this is the one I just took. This is the same one. Hold on, I got to go to another one. Right here. Question, Mr. Leadham was going to go over to the state of New Jersey, and he alone with Gina Khan were going to try and steal money from a couple of individuals. Yes. And that individuals were talking about... so they're talking about... All right, now the individuals were talking about David Taylor and Alan Plowden. Ain't that one of the guys that actually got killed?
That's the victims, yeah.
Well,
He's now identifying the victims to target. Keep reading.
Wow.
Keep reading. No, keep reading.
Bad work.
Please keep reading.
Okay, talking about David Taylor and Alan Plowden, yes, correct. Yes. All right. And you've indicated to me that back in September of 2006, it was your understanding that these two men, David Taylor and Alan Plowden, would routinely have with them in their possession large amounts of cash. Is that your understanding? Yes.
Wow.
Keep reading.
Keep
reading.
Only thing I see is yes in the comments.
No, keep reading. He gonna talk about the killing.
Hold on. I gotta make sure.
This is embarrassing.
Oh, all right.
It should have been embarrassing when everybody knew. You heard? Listen, man. Everybody knew already. Nigga, this information was present for weeks. Months, probably. Nigga, I've been said Max B told y'all heard me. I don't give a damn how who feel about it, nigga. Yeah, everybody. See, this is what I don't like. Cameron, especially Cam, the nerve of you, because you said Rats got paperwork and you knew about this paperwork. Nigga. There's no way you didn't know about Max B paperwork and you just said, "Oh no." Cam, you were one of the biggest advocates for people telling and all that. Facts. Let's just be honest. I don't like this, champ. Now, one thing about 50 Cent, I'll say is that 50 Cent himself, if he finds out you're a rat, he's going to violate. So, again, I don't know what Fifth knows, but if Fifth catches wind of Max B telling champ, he will make a spectacle of Max B. And that's probably the only way that Max B gets canceled. Like, if 50 Cent says something about it. Like, somebody of a high magnitude of respect from the internet must say that Max B is a rat for it to stick. And that's the only way. Only way. Now, that didn't work for Gunna because nobody actually gives a damn that Gunna told. Now, New York is New York, champ. Is New York gonna just pretend that this nigga didn't tell? I hope not, champ. But let's continue.
Right. So when you and Mr. Leadham conspired with Mr. Leadham, would to go to New Jersey to try and steal people? Blah, 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 blah. See, it was so much paperwork that was thrown at me at one time, Wack. It's a lot here.
No, it's 27 pages. All you got to do is read the section where he's on the stand. I sent you the full in order.
This is bad.
It got scrambled up. It got scrambled.
Hold on.
Understood that you explained to me although there was no plan.
This is real.
Yeah, it got scrambled up back here because I got a lot of paperwork back here, man.
Okay, hold on. Hassan, I don't know what the fuck wrong with Hassan's phone. It's red. Hold on, I don't got your number.
Oh, I got a new phone. You know, I switch up every, you know what I mean?
Well, if you text me, I can send you it in its
I want to
entirety.
know what Hassan feel about this.
Hold on. Wait. Let me, because we need to read this shit. Here we go, right?
My nigga, you ain't even got to read no more of that, my nigga. I just need to go.
Hassan, if it was you or me, they're going to...
Listen, as long as people address that Max B is a goddamn rat in the city of New York, that's good. It's a good sign, Chip. Yeah, let the people know that this guy is not who you think he is, Chip. Max did not stand tall. Max been telling since 2009, nigga, when he initially got arrested for the crime at hand. Facts. Yeah, he told him, nigga, you set up the girl that you was messing with. That's nasty work. You literally set up, nigga. You was definitely in the interrogation room agreeing to set that girl up, gang. Yeah, you told her where she worked. You got on the phone with her to set her up, tell her to be at this certain place so the police could get her arrested. You, Champ, are a high-level vermin. You actually are a bigger vermin than Gunna. For what Max did, he's a bigger vermin than Gunna could ever be. I mean, he already way more than Gunna. Gunna's in shape. See, Gunna's a rat that works out, nigga. Yeah, Gunna works out. He's a very healthy rat. All right, he takes his cheese nutrition, his dairy nutrition and consumption is of another tier. Now, as for Max B, might not be eating the right rat products. All right, he's eating outside of his, rat jurisdiction. Yeah, his jurisdiction of dietary is just out of this world, Chip. So, Chip, Max B might be a bigger vermin than Gunna in multiple ways, Chip. I ain't gonna lie, yeah. Say what you will. I'm just being honest, gang. Or Chan.
Read its entirety.
I don't even know if I could take anymore. I need to go lay down, my nigga.
You gotta read this shit, bro.
This is bad, man. This man, listen.
Listen, bro.
Just read straight from it, Wack. Read straight from it, Wack.
Wait.
Is this
okay, look, check it out.
Go ahead, Wack.
All right. Did you and Mr. Letterman in particular have an agreement that Mr. Letterman was going to go over into the state of New Jersey because you were in New York? Is this correct? Wingate, yes. Mr. Letterman was going to go over to the state of New Jersey, and he along with Gina Conway were going to try to steal money from a couple individuals. Wingate, yes. All right. Now, the individuals we're talking about are David Taylor and Alan Plowderman. Is that correct? Wingate, yes. All right. And you've indicated to me that back in September of 2006, it was your understanding that these two men, David Taylor and Alan Plowderman, were routinely had with them in their possession large amounts of cash. Is this what you understand? Wingate, yes. Judge, all right. And if that's the reason, is that the reason why these two individuals are specifically targeted by theft by yourself and Mr. Letterman and Mrs. Conway? Yes. All right. Now, you also explained to me, remember, he said you explained to me, remember, he then gave a statement that because of these two men routinely in their possession large amounts of cash, it is your thinking that one or both of them might also carry a gun, right? Wingate, yes.
Hold on. Harlem 1K says no one cares if Max B snitch, Gunna snitch. Their fans still going to support. F the streets. LOL. HM, as long as you don't support and you got Harlem in your name, Champ. As long as it ain't you. But you have a point, Champ. I ain't gonna lie. You make a good point. Champ, listen. You make a good point. Nowadays, nobody really cares if niggas is telling anymore, Champ. All right, you see what happened with Young Thug? Young Thug, they try to paint Young Thug as a rat, though. Niggas turned on Young Thug only because his music is trash. But because his new music is trash, everybody turned on Young Thug and called him a rat. Crazy enough, right? People only care if you a rat when your music ain't hitting no more. So, honestly, I'm going to be real. Max B's music right now is terrible, nigga. French is carrying him. Eventually, niggas is going to get tired of Max B, tired of his soggy, dry oatmeal voice, and they're gonna turn on Max B eventually. I think eventually people are gonna side with this narrative and cancel Max B. I'm not gonna lie, gang. only because his music is trash. See, the way that things is going there, the way the climate is right now in the hip hop sphere, if your music is trash and you ratted, everyone's gonna say you ratted. If you got good music and you told, niggas might just bypass that. Like, but the music is good though, champ. I don't know how I feel about this. You did? I don't know. But yeah, Max, salute. Yo, listen. Salute to Bull Real Facts. Max B gonna fade out soon. You know what, champ? I agree. And he deserves it because he out here capping, nigga. Trying to give niggas the runaround, champ. Oh, champ.
All right. So when you and Mr. Letterman conspired that Mr. Letterman would go to New Jersey to try to steal money from these two men, you had that in your head that one or both of these men might have a gun. Is that correct? Yes. And was there in fact a conversation between yourself and your brother about your brother also bringing with him a gun in the event that one or both of these intended victims had a gun themselves? Did you in fact talk about that? Yes. All right. Was it your understanding that Kelvin was going to have a handgun with him when he went over to New Jersey along with Gina Conway to try to steal these men's money? Wingate, yes. Now, you also understood, and you have explained to me, that although there was no plan to shoot either one of the men, that if there was a confrontation between armed people, you knew your brother would use that gun if he had to. Is that correct? Yes. And is it also understood by what that your brother did in fact use that gun against one or both these men? They will probably be killed. Is that right? Wingate, yes. And as it turned out, your brother did in fact, in the course of this stealing the money.
Salute to Charger City in the chat. He says it's weird how Hassan is sitting on stage with Wack. When Wack made fun of Hassan being Momo'd before. And don't forget about the channel, champ. Now he's cool with Wack, shaking my head, bunch of weirdo. I agree, champ. You ain't lying about that. That's why I said in the very beginning of this video, why the hell is Hassan sitting with Wack, champ? Oh, Wack don't give a damn about Hash. Wack don't care about none of y'all, nigga. This is just a clout move. This is a nasty business venture, champ. Yeah, that's what it is. Now, you didn't need Wack 100 to know that Max B was a rat. You didn't need that. You didn't need Wack 100 to prove that Max B was a rat, because niggas was already saying it was a rat. Why not get somebody like my son, Byron Blake? My nigga Byron Blake already revealed these things. Salute to my son, Byron Blake. Could have sat with Byron, all right? You didn't have to get Wack, but we know why you got Wack, because Wack got motion check. Wack saw no jumper and all that. Yeah, you want the West Coast boogeyman to be up there, champ. That's who you want up there. But you ain't need Wack. Yo, listen, you see how them niggas be talking about niggas need to stay out of LA politics? They tell this nigga from Pacoima, stay out of New York business, nigga. Yeah, tell him stay out of New York politics, nigga. Yeah. Why not, champ? You're not welcome here to speak on no New York stuff, nigga. Who told you, who gave you permission to speak on New York politics, NYC politics, champ? You can't even come out here, champ, unless you want to go upstairs, that is. Yeah, but let's continue. Oh, champ.
David Taylor used a gun against him. Is that correct? Yes. He shot and he killed him. Is that correct? Yes.
God damn it.
And is that... and to your understanding of case,
that's performative. Shut up, nigga. That's performative. Sit your ass down. Didn't you get herbed out by the brims in jail, nigga? Stop this fake performative stuff, nigga. You already knew he was a rat. Shut up. I'm telling you to shut. The mayor told you to keep quiet, nigga. You can't even come to the town no more. Yeah, the brim homies got you together on the yard and all that. I know who those people are. I seen them. This is why you hate Bloods. Sit down. You're being performative. Stop the performative acts. Okay? Yeah, I'm talking to you, Champ. The mayor said it. Stop the performative act, Champ. Sit down. Sit down, Champ. You knew this already. We knew this. The paperwork been out. Nigga out here The nigga out here about to have a goddamn stroke. Nigga, you already knew this. Stop it. Cut it out. Mr. I hate Bloods because the Bloods heard me out in prison. Yeah. Maybe you shouldn't have did crime if you couldn't stand on your own 10. I'm just saying, champ. But we know. Okay? Yeah, sit down, nigga. Always before that. Shut up. Nigga, sit down. Yeah, the man told you to take a seat. Let's continue. What the hell, nigga?
That Mr. Taylor died as a result of a gunshot wound, that it was you, and you weren't there personally. You didn't witness it personally, but you understand that in the state's case against your brother, that your brother was the person who pulled the trigger. Is that correct? Wingate, yes. All right. And you weren't there, so you certainly can't dispute it. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. Are you satisfied based on all of the information? Are you satisfied that you are, in fact, guilty of aggravated manslaughter by way of what's known as conspiracy, accomplice liability, and that what I've explained to you, I'm satisfied? Yes. Listen, bro.
I'm sorry, y'all, too. All the paperwork is scrambled up back here, but yeah, that's basically what it all says.
Hold on. It get nastier than that, right? They go to talking about who's going to take possession of the files, right? We go down here to the page.
Oh, champ.
This is bad. This is really bad.
No, but here go the thing. Where's Pistol Pete? Where's this nigga? Where's everybody? Where they at?
It will be a bad time for Corey King to drop any paperwork in regards to the Terror Squad, champ, because that would be crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Fat Joe would look very bad, champ. Especially since your man's interviewed this rat on his platform and tried to give him an out after he gave niggas, that nigga Max B gave niggas the runaround, said, the paperwork, what paperwork, champ? Told champ, I'm not gonna be in prison with these niggas. I got mouths to feed. Well, you should have thought about that before you committed a goddamn crime now. Should you, champ? You had kids before you got locked up, right? And then you talk about you got mouths if you don't got time to be in prison. Nigga, of course you got time. You committed a heinous offense, champ. Nigga, you knew what you was doing. You know what you did before. You knew the consequences. You ever heard the term, if you make your bed, you gotta lay in it, champ? Yeah, you made your bed. Now you gotta, you gotta serve that time, champ. This is the consequences that comes with that, champ. Now you talking about you ain't got time. Well, you should have thought about that before you went to go commit crime, champ. Weren't you a successful artist, the so-called king of New York? Well, champ, why did you have to commit such a crime to make ends meet? What's going on here, champ? You dig? Now you talking about, champ, well, I ain't got time to be in prison. And you gave niggas you didn't even say nothing. You just gave niggas the runaround. It's kind of crazy that Pistol Pete tried to give you an out. It's kind of wild, champ, but let's continue.
Now that you put out the real paperwork with straight up, and people can go out and get this, right, Wack?
That's a fact.
Okay. Just want to make sure, we want to cover all angles, make sure, you know what I'm saying, everybody can get their hands on this.
Okay, watch this.
I want to see.
The court, watch this. Watch how nasty this gets. The court, all right, I have one final. First, I want to thank everybody. One final comment. Last time I was here, I said that the court is not to be responsible for Mr. Wingate's file. Who wants it? Who wants it? What do you want me to do with your file, Mr. Wingate? I can't keep it. Do you want Mr. Saluti to keep it? Mr. Lactaraka? Sure, we can, we can certainly. The defendant, burn it. Mr. Lactarati, we can certainly take custody of it, Your Honor. The court, you don't have to do that now at the citizen. Listen,
so you saying he tried to cover his tracks, basically?
Listen.
Is that why Max B said you can't find it because he said to burn the paperwork? Oh, champ. Allegedly, champ. I ain't read the paperwork, but that's what they say. They saying Max B said to burn the paper, burn the work. Oh, champ. Is that true? Is that why Max was so confident in the you can't find this work of me saying anything? Is that why? Oh, is that? Oh, champ.
Listen, Mr. Bruno, we'll be glad to take it to court. Burn it. I heard that. But that clerk, yeah, it's on the record. He said burn it, the defendant. Listen, bro. Listen, my nigga. And 050, you shouldn't be embarrassed. This ain't you. This ain't nobody on this panel.
This ain't me. I'm just.
This is one individual, bro.
Hellrail said it first, champ. On 1K. As much as I can defend Max, I don't think the paperwork fake because he had these allegations for years now. This is also true. Hellrail also referred to him as a goddamn vermin as well, champ. Oh, shit, nasty work. We're gonna run a few more minutes of this, and the man's gonna give his final thoughts. I ain't gonna lie, gang. Oh,
niggas, listen. If y'all find some shit on the nigga over here, it ain't let them run it first. Nigga, we in the YouTube streets. These niggas running around here playing like they somebody they ain't, pointing the fingers at everybody, right? Nigga, you run that. That ain't nothing on LA. That ain't nothing on New York. That's that individual.
So it's not an East and West thing. No, he's saying
never an East and West thing when we dealing with this shit, bro.
Yeah, it's who you is.
It's snitches, it's pedophiles, it's all kind of people everywhere in the world, in our country.
You would know, Wack. You helped bail a pedophile out of a situation in London named The Game. Yeah, Jason Taylor. Remember, champ, the 15-year-old that he got Prego and all that, and you paid the money to keep the family hush and all that? Yeah, you would know best, champ, wouldn't you? See, this is why we don't associate with these individuals, champ, because nigga be the pot calling the kettle black. In this case, we think you're just as bad as Max B. All right. You also said that you was gonna bring cameras to Bacoima Paru because you want the feds to see what's going on over there because you're mad that niggas ain't jacking you in Bacoima. Oh, champ. So we don't trust you. I don't know why them niggas got you up there, champ, but we don't trust you, champ. Yeah, I wouldn't have you up there, gang. I'm not making contact with you. I don't want to shake hands with you. I want to do something else, but I'm not going to say what I'm going to do, champ, because, yeah, we don't want to go. But let's just say you might go upstairs, champ, to your room. You heard? That's just cold words. You know what I'm saying? You might go upstairs. I ain't going to lie, gang. Niggas not playing with you. Yeah, niggas not playing that type game with you, gang. I am who I am says can't sweep that under the rug. Nah, we don't sweep. First of all, you don't sweep cheese under the rug unless you want more rats to come out. Yeah, sweep that cheese under the rug, and you gonna see what happens. Yeah, I don't want to do no business with you, gang. I don't know why niggas would do this because, yeah, you do all this and then Wack mess around and do a play. But Wack knows not to say nothing bad about the town anymore, champ. Yeah, you keep the town out of your gifts. Keep the town out of your mouth, champ. All right, yeah, speak on Max B all you want. All right, but you keep the town out of this, champ. All right, keep the town. But all I'm saying is, yeah, it's cool that there's some New York niggas saying that this man is a rat. That's good. Good to know. Because we shouldn't be harboring any rats, shit. I mean, we were the place that made it a very, 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 good point to go after the rats and cancel rats and all that. You dig? Like, it's crazy, man. I ain't gonna lie, but any nigga that's trying to say that Max B's off the hook like he's not worse than Gunna is crazy, nigga. We done heard and seen all this, nigga. I mean, the nigga told when he got arrested, nigga, he was telling before he had a plea deal available. Before a plea deal was even present, he was telling. The nigga Max B gets on the podcast with Pistol Pete from Terror Squad and says, look, I didn't take the plea deal. At first. But you did take it. And you did say Pooh Sims committed a crime with you after Pooh Sims said he's not guilty. And you did say Gina Conway was involved. Yeah, that's telling, Chin. Did you know that? Yeah, if you take a plea deal admitting to your crimes, cool. But once somebody else is there and you're saying they also committed the crime, that's the same thing as you telling that they did it, gang. Yeah, you tried to give us that runaround, didn't you, champ? You try to manipulate the situation. You try to get Pistol Pete and those guys. Listen, there's also rumors that French Montana and Max is paying niggas to make it seem like they didn't tell. Like niggas is basically paying their way out of being called rats, which is nasty work. So you're taking rat money, champ? Are you taking cheese-infested money? Huh? Do you like your money smelling like cheddar? Is that what it is, champ? Is niggas taking cheddarized money? Huh? Dairy money? This money ain't come off the tree. Your money grow on trees and all that, but it damn sure don't grow in Velveeta slices. But y'all niggas taking your Velveeta bills. Huh? Check your C note smells like Velveeta. Yeah, that niggas paid you to tell that he wasn't a rat. Check, nasty work. I'm saying it. Nino Black says Wack is in everyone's business trying to deflect from the fact that he's a rat. Much respect, Showface. I wouldn't get on anything involving Wack the Rat. I'm not doing that, gang. And you know Wack came on this channel one time before, but I interrogated Wack 100 and asked him about his rat heroics, champion. You heard? I'm just saying, gang. Yeah. I don't know why niggas would ever do any business with Cash McElroy Jones, but hey, you do whatever you want to do. Whatever comes of this shall come of it. But the mayor says this, nigga. I've been saying that goddamn Ratavel, a.k.a. Maxine Waters, the wavy one, was a rat. Been saying it, check. Been saying it, man. Listen, this is bad. This is nasty, but niggas should have already known, gang. What are we talking about here? This is kind of low-key old news in a way. It's kind of low-key old news. I ain't gonna lie, gang. We just gotta be honest about the situation. You dig? But salute to the homie Byron Blake. Salute to the homie Byron Blake and all that. But gang, listen, I want you to let me know how y'all feel about this madness in the comment section. How do you feel? Chip, if you're new to the mayor's channel, you gotta make sure you subscribe. All right, hit that hype button when the video is over as well. All right, and listen, hit the hype button. But one more thing before we get all the way up out of here, because we're going to have more content. But are you ready, gang? It's the mayor, the one and only real New York mayor, F. Mom Donnie, and you rocking with the town favorite Showface News, it's Big Gotham. You already know it's the town versus everybody at all times, gang. I'm about to here, y'all. Salute.